You know what they say, if you want to be a millionaire, you have to start with $1 million backyard. And it's true. If you want to be rich, you need to make sure your backyard has everything. Hi friends, I'm Nagaraj Annaiah, your trusted realtor from the Bay Area. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my before-after landscape story of turning an empty lot into a beautiful landscape. After buying this house, I have to spend another $200,000 for a complete makeover of my landscape. The lot size is 12,000 square feet or a quarter of an acre. It's a lot of space for experiment. I'll share more details about the project once it's complete in a month's time from now. But for now, let me show you what we have done so far. You know how the story goes. You find a place you love, you go in for the tour, and there is just something about that one room that stands out. The pool, the yard, the driveway, it all seems so perfect. But then comes the moment when you realize that it won't be perfect until you add your own special touch. But what if the special touch could be a whole new look? Watch my housewarming to understand the makeover inside the house. Remodeling of the inside alone costed me around $600,000. I will do another video to capture everything that went into creating the before-after look, and even one more video how I landed up buying this house. In this video, I'll share my ongoing landscaping remodel story. Stay tuned till the end, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, this is the time to do so. I found a home I loved, but I know it wasn't quite right here. Just to the place, and I also wanted to make sure it was done right. I didn't want to hire just any old landscape designer. I wanted someone who would listen to my ideas and create something unique and special for me. That's why I reached out to several landscape architectural designers who specialize in helping people design their dream spaces by working with the existing features and adding their own creative touches. One thing I realized is final design comes down to your taste and the budget you have. So first of all, let's talk about why I did this. Here's the thing, we have a big driveway and 4-car garage in my backyard and a lot of space on the front yard. But when we started to look at our landscaping, it became clear that we could use that space better and bring in a lot of green and add an entertainment space area also in the backyard. Problem was that there was 3 really big old palm trees in the front of the house. So if they fell on our house, it would be bad news for us and our neighbors. So I decided to get rid of those trees, and you know what, it cost me around $4,000, but I wanted to make sure my family was safe first and foremost, so I went ahead with it anyway. Since I removed 3 trees, planted 15 privacy trees in the backyard to compensate, so it can bring in more green also. Always we should add the right trees around the house. If it's too big, it's always an issue. After that though, there was a lot of space left over because of the driveway, so I started looking for an architect who could help me to design a new look for our landscape. When I first started looking for a landscaper, I was pretty excited, but then it became more complicated than I expected. My first landscape designers charged me $500 to design a basic look of my house, which was of no use for me. Later, I approached other landscape architectural designers on a Fiverr and got some very good 3D renderings. This was a nice design and cost me around $200. I took some of their ideas and modified them. In all, I spoke to some around six designers before finalizing the look. If you look at my front yard 3D renderings, there is a fountain in the front of the house with nice pavers around it. After checking out the different pavers, including a concrete and a stand concrete and different paver options, I opted to go with the porcelain pavers as they use luxury and durability. Lighting was next. I will add a strip lights and a regular lights around the property, so it can bring out more lights during the night times. The left hand side of the house, I'm planning to add a nice shrubs and trees around it. After visiting a Florence and new Italian art company which is in Hayward, I decided to add some deer sculptures and good fountains around it to create some nice good nature feeling around the house. If you have never visited a Florence and new Italian art company in Hayward, so visit there. They have a very good collections of landscaping items. You know what they say, if you want to be a millionaire, you have to start with $1 million backyard. And it's true. If you want to be rich, you need to make sure your backyard has everything. But there's a problem. Not all backyards are created equal. Some backyards just have small yards and don't have the space for all the things they want in their life. But not me. I'm lucky enough to live on the really big lot that gives me plenty of space for whatever I want. I'm going to use it all. I've decided to go backyard remodeling because there's so many possibilities. I know I'm going to spend a lot of bucks for that. I'm so excited to show you the changes I'm going to make to my backyard. It's been a long time coming and I can't wait to show you what the renderings look like. It will be a month before all of this turns into reality. I wanted to share my work in progress with you guys. It's all started with me getting approval from the city planner to change my garage door entrance and then pulling a permit with the public works for the curb. Once that was done, I could start making some real changes. I considered adding a swimming pool here, but ended up dropping that idea because it would take too long to dig out all that earth. Instead, I decided to add a jacuzzi because who doesn't love relaxing in hot water after a long day? Especially my kids are going to have fun there, you know. My house already had fruit trees like it, red guava, white guava, pomegranate, apple, fig and orange growing on it. But I wanted to add some more. So instead of waiting for 10 years for an avocado tree to grow up on its own, I got one from fully grown tree from Moon Valley Nursery in Gilroy. I got some more trees like mandarin and the apple trees. This apple trees can provide 3 or 4 different varieties in one apple tree. And then I planted some privacy trees around the perimeter of area so that no one could see what was going on in my yard except me. Then I went ahead and built a fireplace with a water fountain in the middle. You can check out the picture here. And then I realized that my backyard needed something else, something calming and relaxing. So I decided to add a Buddha statue there with 2 trees around it. Let me see how does it comes out. You can look at the 3D renderings also so that they are peaceful and just what you want from your fire pit area. I also thought about how I would do a lighting in my backyard so that when guests comes over at night, they could see where they're going without tripping. And lastly, I've already added a tree house so my kids can have fun out there. But it wasn't easy. We had to deal with all the logistics and the planning that comes with doing a landscaping on a bigger property. When you begin landscaping, you realize that it's not simple as it seems. If you're going to do it right, there are so many things that need to be thought out and planned in advance. My journey has just begun with the landscaping. We'll keep you updated on how this remodeling story went in a month or 2. If you want to buy or sell your home, I'm the realtor you're looking for. You're wondering if you're heading into a recession by Christmas, you should check out this video where I give you the state of the economy as it's today. Besides, I talk how you should not buy any property with the least Tesla solar system. I also try to figure out the logic behind the Redfin's Hot Homes rankings. It's a must watch. Until next week, keep your frown upside down